The 169th Fighter Wing is a unit of the South Carolina Air National Guard, stationed at McEntire Joint National Guard Base, Columbia, South Carolina. If activated to federal service, the wing is gained by the United States Air Force Air Combat Command. The federal mission of the 169 FW in accordance with Title 10 USC is to maintain wartime readiness and the ability to mobilize and deploy expeditiously to carry out tactical air missions or combat support activities in the event of a war or military emergency. More specifically, the wing specializes in the suppression and destruction of enemy air defenses. The SCANG operates as part of the total force of the U.S. military and is fully integrated with the active duty U.S. Air Force to perform its military mission. The wing flies the F-16 Fighting Falcon, a single-seat, multi-purpose fighter with the ability to fly at up to twice the speed of sound. It is capable of performing air-to-air and air-to-ground tactical missions. The 169th flew the F-16A from 1983 to 1994, and, in 1994, transitioned to the single-seat F-16C Block 52, and a small number of twin-seat F-16D Block 52, also known as the F-16CJ, the newest, most advanced F-16 of the U.S. Air Force. The SCANG state mission under Title 32 USC is to respond to the call of the Governor of South Carolina in the event of natural disasters or domestic disturbances within the state of South Carolina. About 900 of the personnel assigned to the SCANG are traditional Guard members who leave their full-time positions as civilian professionals, workers, and students to train part-time with the Air National Guard. Approximately another 300 are federal employees serving as full-time Air Reserve technicians, ART, at McEntire and Thrill with their respective Air Guard units, primarily those that are part of the 169 FW. Close to 50 South Carolina state employees also work at McEntire, some of whom are also either active or retired members of the Air National Guard. An additional 150 active duty SAF personnel who are regular Air Force and active Guard and Reserve active members round out the SCANG's total force fighter wing, as McEntire is home to the largest active associate program between the regular Air Force and the Air National Guard in the U.S.'s combat air forces. On 5 September 1957, the South Carolina Air National Guard 157 Fighter Bomber Squadron was authorized to expand to a group level, and a 169th Fighter Interceptor Group was established by the National Guard Bureau. The 157th was redesignated as a Fighter Interceptor Squadron and became the group's flying squadron. Other squadrons assigned to the group were the 169th Headquarters, 169th Material Squadron, Maintenance, 169th Combat Support Squadron, and the 169th SAF Dispensary. Shortly afterward, Air Defense Command upgraded the new 169th FIG to the all-weather day-night F-86L Sabre interceptor aircraft, and in 1960, the 157th was one of 3 selected ANG units to receive F-104A Starfighter Mach 2 interceptors from the ATC Active Duty Interceptor Forces. The Swamp Foxes, as a result of the national recognition as one of the best air defense units in the U.S., were chosen to fly the new high-performance jet fighter. Brigadier General Barney B. McEntire, Jr., the first commander of the South Carolina ANG, and his first general officer died 25 May 1961, when he courageously piloted his malfunctioning F-104 fighter jet away from populated areas near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, to crash into the Susquehanna River. On 1 October 1961, then-Governor Ernest F. Hollins presided over the ceremony renaming the heroic wing commander's South Carolina installation from Congaree Air Base to McEntire Air National Guard Base. The 169th FIG was called into active service a second time in November 1961 as the construction of the infamous Berlin Wall pushed the world to the brink of war. Within a month after mobilization, 750 personnel and 22 157th F-104 aircraft were in place at Moron Air Base, Spain, as the unit took up flying daily air defense patrols as part of the NATO Air Defense Force in Western Europe. With world tension easing, the squadron returned home in August 1962. In June 1963, the F-104s were transferred back to the active duty Air Force and sent to Homestead AFB, Florida, where Air Defense Command was setting up a permanent presence after the Cuban Missile Crisis, where the Starfighters would be better located for air defense against Soviet MiG fighters that were flown by the Cuban Air Force. The South Carolina ANG was re-equipped with the F-102A Delta Dagger, which was being replaced in the active duty interceptor force by the F-106. The Mach 2 Deuce, still a very potent interceptor, served with the 169th FIG until April 1975, when Aerospace Defense Command was reducing the USAF interceptor force as the threat of Soviet bombers attacking the United States was deemed remote.